What's up guys, back into there with another reaction to the Berserk manga, this time with volume 13, the chapters Escape and Awakening to a Nightmare. The last volume was absolutely ruthless. I've actually done this intro a few times now, but I've found myself being kind of demonetized. I haven't actually uploaded it and tested, but found myself saying stuff that would get me demonetized this early on. Again, the YouTube rules, I really have no idea about. All I'm going to take for this is that I can't swear in the first minute. But yeah, it was hard not to, considering what we went through last episode in the last reaction. Lots of messed up events, disgusting, ruthless events that were just hard to read, to be honest with you. In those terms, it hasn't been my favorite volume just in terms of seeing that, but obviously you're not really meant to enjoy that. It is there just for pure pain. There was quite a few kind of poetic and well done story moments in there, I will say, more so than in both the anime and movie adaptation. I feel like the movie adaptation was kind of needlessly long, without the kind of subtext to it. I feel like it was okay in the manga here, just because again it had a bit more kind of nuance to it. I'm not really sure that's the word, but it had a bit more kind of story elements and such to it, rather than just long, disgusting R scenes, is what I'll say. Again, I'm not really sure about the time right now, but that's another issue. But yeah, it still had some really awesome shots, especially of Guts during the last video. So hopefully we'll get a bit more of that today. We did see Skull Knight obviously arrive at the end. Do let me know what you guys think of this episode though down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. Obviously, last video you guys see is heavily censored. Took me a few days actually to censor that one. Not because I was working at it so long, just because again the YouTube editor to put the kind of spray bar things over, you can only do like 1 or 2 at a time, and obviously there was a whole lot to do last time out. Wanted to show you guys something as well instead of just kind of not showing the whole page, which I did have to do for a few of the pages, of course, just because the whole page in some cases was just full of filth. Filth. It was filth, wasn't it? Yeah, sometimes it was just filth, but I tried to kind of give you guys as much of the viewing experience as possible without obviously putting a lot of that stuff on my YouTube channel. But yeah, it took a few days just because again the YouTube editor is awfully slow. Just got to work out what chapter I'm skipping to quickly, because I don't want to do any more censoring. That's 82, 84, 86, 88, I think we're on chapter 88. If not, I can just go back one. Okay, so it's Escape, and what was it? Was it Awakening to a Nightmare? Apologies guys, you know my memory is absolutely shocking. It literally doesn't last a few seconds. Oh god. Yeah, it was Escape and Awakening to a Nightmare. I actually got it right. Fair play to me. Should have trusted myself. But yeah, let's get right into Escape. Still yet to hear, as I'm doing this video, still yet to hear your guys' thoughts about the last volume, because I'm doing this one a day in advance. So looking forward to hearing what you guys think about the last volume, last couple chapters. Yeah, here's that shot of Skull Knight again, getting his sword rebounded by Void. Gagging. Wasn't too much text and dialogue last episode either, was there? Although it was surprisingly long considering that as the case. Almost looked a bit like a guitar. But, yeah, the scene was slightly different in the movie, wasn't it? I love that smile that Void done last couple chapters as well. First time I see him make a face like that. You know what I also kind of like? I don't think this is. I'm not sure if this is intended. It kind of maybe seems like it's the case. It's a bit. This obviously doesn't mean that much or anything, but you see the God Hand here with all these members on top of each finger, obviously representing that they're the kind of finger. They're almost kind of more like the nail of the finger. I kind of see him as. We get lots of these shots. Like the hand, yeah, strong enough, but the nails, the thing that claws in, that kind of scratches and cuts deep and kind of creates pain and such, isn't it? The nails. I mean, the hand, obviously the hand and the fingers can as well, but almost look like they're the nails on the end of these fingers. Again, I don't think it's massively important or anything. I just picked that up on that a few times. Didn't really want to mention it because it sounded quite stupid, but might just be the case actually. The Skull Knight just rides past them. They have a little glance at each other. Flap flap. Oh my god. There's loads of bug type monsters surrounding him. Say that like we're playing Pokemon. And then just a flurry right here of all directions from Skull Knight. Bloody hell. Every direction's getting hit at once right here. Every single direction. And yep, all diced up. Of course. Jesus Christ. Dude is a machine, isn't he? Dude is a machine. Just it reminds me of, again, Skull Knight from Yu-Gi-Oh! The Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. In the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX anime, during the I think it's like the Dark World kind of storyline. I don't think it's actually called Dark World. There's a scene I think of Skull Knight, because I'm not sure if he has like proper hands, but he's got kind of these swords as well that he kind of does the same technique with, I think. I always liked that Yu-Gi-Oh! Card a lot. I always did. So again, that does speak as to why I like Skull Knight so much, I think. Same guy, pretty much. Obviously not, but I think Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was a little inspired. I think it was actually a card before that anime, yeah, to be fair. Just cleanly cut in half. Who's got all these hands? This monster just got loads of hands. Oh, he's got 4 hands, I see. Just cut him right in half. Just you know, absolute rampage right here, aren't we? Oh, I love this moment here. Femto. Right, that his new powers. Just crushes. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I'm interested to see how they draw this. I imagine it's actually really quite hard to convey in the movie. It was quite cleanly done, but it's tough going for a manga, having an amalgamation like this and then putting it to 0 and for the reader to know what's going on. But he's done a very good job here. You can see like the horse almost getting like sucked in, and all the monsters getting kind of sucked into this. This unlucky bastard. Looks like he's getting all his blood sucked out of him. Oh, god damn. Yeah, this was very well done. Much more detailed than the movie, of course. Jesus. Yeah, the detail in this is great, isn't it? All these squished together monsters, little arms, eyeballs, a ton of blood. It's interesting that the blood doesn't get kind of squished. I wonder why that is. God, these monsters looking on like, oh my god. Please don't do that to me. Big. Griffith just looks at his hand. Sweet. The power I've got. As Skull Knight just appears behind him. Get fucked, Femto. First use your power and you get done over like this. Good work, Skull Knight. Embarrass him. As he's got Guts and Casca's body. Yeah, I do find it quite interesting he picks up Casca's body. I've always found that interesting since I watched the movie. Why? Why did he pick up Casca's body? I doubt he has much use for her, or has much interest or anything in her. Is it just for Guts' sake, perhaps? Probably. And again, who knows? Maybe we might get to know in the future. Maybe she has got some importance coming up. With no memory or any recollection or anything, I'm not really sure about that. Again, I just kind of find it best to just leave her be and live a quiet life. Although I'm not sure she'll do that, if you know what I'm saying. If she goes back to the Casca she was, which is the essence of Casca, if she is the same Casca, she probably will go back to kind of fighting and being a man. And when I say that, I mean like being in the army and such, and fighting and doing wars and such, perhaps. Who knows? Quite interesting to think about, isn't it? If you did lose your memory, would you go back to being the person you were before? Or are you an entirely new person now? It's quite interesting. Yeah, Femto goes to crush them and then obviously sees Guts. Always found this quite interesting as well. Maybe he wants him to suffer more. Maybe he is actually being nice and letting him live. Or again, maybe he's just willing to let him go to give Guts more punishment so that he can stay alive after all this and kind of think about what's happened and mourn the deaths of all of his comrades and best friend as well, pretty much. I mean, Griffith did kind of die, I guess, in a way. Griffith is no more. But then again, this is Griffith still, so. But yeah, I've always thought, is he doing this out of the niceness of his heart? Which I mean, it's very unlikely, but it's still a possibility just because of the sheer emotions they had and the feelings they had for each other. Or again, is it just to make him suffer more, to make him go through more monsters and fighting and pain, as well as obviously to recollect as to what's just happened? As he just lets them go. I'm kind of hoping he gets questioned about it by the God Hand. We'll see in a minute. Why did you let them go? I'd like to know the answer. As they fade into the moon. The rest of the God Hand looking down upon Femto here. All the monsters looking at him as well. Astonishing! Fascinating! How unforeseen! An unpredictable thing happens at the temporal junction point. The temporal junction point, okay. Albeit an extremely minute thing. It's impossible to anticipate everything. We ourselves are not gods, after all. They are not. They are not. Or else this too was fated to happen. Either way, the leaping of one fish will never disturb the flow of the river. Well, is that really the case? I have a feeling you might be eating those words, Slane. I have a feeling you might be eating those words. And time has again begun to flow, or the fifth angel has been. I don't say 4. Why? So weird, some of the adverts on YouTube nowadays. Sometimes you get like 50-minute adverts, that's like a full episode or something. Sometimes like that you just get a full song. Some full song for some reason. So yeah, is it meant to say 4? Or is it or the fifth angel has been born? The time of darkness descends. Wickedness, sacredness, illusion, reality, hatred, love, hostility, hope, the dead, the living. An age when every darkness shall eclipse light. Yes, as when the moon covers the light of the sun. An age when every darkness shall eclipse light. Yeah, that's quite fitting actually, isn't it? I mean, the kind of eclipse did just get broken by Skull Knight. But pretty good analogy right there. If that's what it is, I don't know. Shall eclipse the light, yes. As when the moon covers the light of the sun. So the darkness that falls upon Earth is now going to be close to an eclipse of just pure darkness, overflowing the whole moon, hence overflowing the whole Earth. Poetic guy, isn't he, Mr. Void? Poetic guy. I imagine that's him saying that. I suppose that's what people will call it afterwards. The Age of Darkness. Like the Ice Age, but in Berserk's version, just the Age of Darkness and disturbing. You see all these pained faces. And we were out. Oh damn! Looks like Zod got fucked up. Lost an arm. Is he just putting it back on? Or did he take it off himself? What's going on here? Yes, right to left. So yeah, okay. Yeah, so apologies guys, sometimes I just naturally look left to right. I say, did he chuck it off himself? But no, he's just put it back on. I was gonna say I kind of hope that doesn't, not the case. That'd be quite handy if that wasn't the case. But oh well. Just put his arm back on. Amazing. Looks like maybe his horn got a little bit done in as well. So it's got a cut in it. If little Rickert's this close to Zod. To think someone could match. No, he fought even better than Zod. Well, of course he did, he got past him. Fucking Skull Knight, man. Patchy, patchy, patchy. He has returned. See, now this is where we're getting into stuff that I've never seen from Berserk before. After this, I think. So next chapter will probably be completely new to me, I imagine. Well, actually, there's still a little bit to go in there with Guts fighting some spirits, ghosts, I think. And then after that, it'll be everything's completely new. I'm not sure how many chapters. A lot of chapters, I think. Yeah, I'm not even halfway through. Yeah, Jesus. 370, by the way. That's a lot of chapters. A lot of chapters. That's why I was kind of wondering about My Hero Academia. About that ending. Obviously, I'm not really sure the two fan bases are that much in common. Again, I don't really know though. There's a lot of different genres of anime people like. That's what I was kind of wondering about My Hero. It doesn't seem like there's that many chapters. And I thought it had a pretty long runtime, but obviously not quite as long as Berserk. I was thinking that might be up to like 200 chapters, but I guess not. I think you guys said it was like only like near 100. What? Oh yeah, I guess Rickert's got absolutely no idea what's actually happened, has he? It's going to be quite the news for him to take here. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering what happens to little Rickert as well. Okay, hopefully maybe Cass can kind of take him in and be a mother to him or something. Live a quiet life. That's the stump. Guts? Casca? Hmm. Uh, these two are not yet destined to die. So the two. So maybe there is some. Maybe he does know something about Casca's future that we don't. Love this shot as well, by the way. Look at two completely naked people right in front of him. Little Rickert. There is no time. See to their wounds. It's just getting. Obviously, there's one he's looking at. Being Casca. Oh, he's almost touched boob there for the first time. Probably. This claw of a hand from Skull Knight here. Yeah, he just gets the bodies chucked upon him. They're in terrible shape. What the heck? Where are the others? Hurry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See to their wounds. How? Oh yeah, this. Has he got some? He's got some elf juice. That's what I'll call it. What was it? Elf dust. Can't remember. Yeah, there's one thing we kind of forgot about. Zod is still here. Although I can't imagine he'll want to fight because he got fucked up the first time. Skull Knight really doesn't give a fuck, does he? There's a very large looming figure behind him right here, though. That's a sick shot, isn't it? Little Rickert, Skull Knight looking quite small actually in comparison to Zod. But that means nothing. Ah! Oh, Rickert falls over. Never mind this. Continue. Never mind. Oh, Skull Knight, you legend. If you say so. Don't think that what just happened settled anything. Nah, looks like he is wanting to fight again. Okay, man, okay. Just get done over again. Of course not. But, Immortal, consider delaying our battle. What nonsense. That man. You mean that he survived? From the eclipse? Damn, he looks shocked as hell here, doesn't he? I mean, understandably, we saw what happens down there. Humans get ravaged. Plain and simply. Shouldn't be any survivors. But there is two. Such a cute shot of Rickert here, isn't it? Little tears in his eyes. Gah, 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 gah. I'm really not sure how to say that. Interesting. Very well. We'll put this fight to a hold for the sake of his mad luck. But the interesting thing to stop the fight over. No. I ought to say bad luck. Yeah, because he is branded now for life, isn't he? Like, just because he's out of the eclipse doesn't mean that these monsters won't still go after him with that branding. So it is kind of bad luck, really, isn't it, that he didn't die down there? Like I said, that was the interesting thing about Femto's choice. Was it to make him suffer even more in life? Or was it, again, because he still had a bit of Griffith inside of him? Who knows? Could be either one. Could be either one. I do like that this manga really does that quite a lot, don't they? They make it quite ambiguous to Griffith and Guts' relationship and their thoughts on each other and the status of their relationship. Are they like gay? Are they just really good comrades? Are they just met people so similar? Again, there's plenty of ways you can look at it, which I really like. And you can kind of make your story as well as follow the actual story. It's almost like when you get in a game where you get like two choices, for example, like The Wolf Among Us or something like that. They're making a second one of that game, which I'm looking forward to. I really like that, actually. But don't forget, this doesn't decide the outcome of our battle. You should hurry. Once the gate vanishes, they'll all pour out. Are you done? So when the gate vanishes, do they all come back out of that? Where'd they come out of? But wherever it is, you don't want to be there, being Guts, do you? Are you done? But for now. This medicine's incredible. The bleeding stopped before I knew it. Yeah, they do already look quite a lot better, don't they? And hey, they covered up Casca by themselves. Love to see that. Ah, you mustn't move them yet. Hey, sorry, I said that like one of the... I have this certain voice for some of the more intimidating characters in this series, don't I? A bit more of a serious voice. Ah, you mustn't move them yet. Hey, what in the world's maybe it doesn't even sound any different to you guys, I don't know. My voice has always been a bit of a weird one. I've had quite a deep voice ever since I was like I mentioned before, I had a moustache when I was like going to high school, end of primary school, going into high school. And quite a deep voice. I was quite grown up for how young I was, funnily enough. Obviously those kind of big differences kind of disappeared as time went on, as of course everyone kind of, that happened to everyone. So I became less weird as time went on to people. Ah, you mustn't move them yet. Hey, what in the world's happening inside that whirlwind? Is the Band of the Hawk everyone else inside? No one is left. No one. Well, you could have said it a bit more nicely, but Skull Knight doesn't take me as the type to say things subtly, does he? No one's left. No one. Hey? Yeah, little Rickert's going to be the straw, isn't he? When he finds out everyone else is dead. Yeah, I do wonder where they all come out of. Do they all come out of the same place? I kind of thought they kind of spread back out to wherever they got picked up from. I don't know where they would have got picked up from, the eclipse, but who knows. This too is connected. Will you come? Like what? Oh wow. Interesting. Did this happen in the movie? been a while since I watched it. Maybe it did. This too is connected. Will you come? So does Skull Knight know a little bit about the future and God then? There's some connection between him and God. Because he seems to foresee a few things. Oh, I see. So Guts and Casca are on there as well, or is it just Casca? It's just Casca, right? No Guts on the horse. So it looks like he's... Love this shot. Of course, I can't leave Guts and Casca like this. But the others? Wait, is Guts on here as well? Oh yeah, he is right there. Sorry. I mean, obviously. It's harder to see him in this shot. You know, can't even think I can see him in this shot. But yeah, he's there in this shot right here. Hoist. What's the sound effect for hoist? Wah! Looks like Rickert doesn't really still understand, does he? Talking about the others. I guess the Skull Knight, there is no further explanation needed. He did say that there's no one left. Why should he have to explain any more? As he rides off with Guts at the back and Casca at the front, little Rickert just yanked up. Quite interesting feet Skull Knight has, aren't they? Like they're actually like feet, not bones. Who knows what's going on under that fucking armor? Who knows? So he survived the eclipse. Interesting. Show me now how it is you'll struggle as no more than a man through the world of darkness, in the wilderness of the dead that extends before you. Branded swordsman. That sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card from nowadays. Wow, that was a great chapter there, wasn't it? Skull Knight just taking the chapter by storm, wasn't he? He always kind of steals scenes, doesn't he, Skull Knight? He's a bit of a legend. But yeah, lots of nice artwork today, and just kind of progressing the story along quite a bit. This one, lots of nice artwork. Again, I especially enjoyed these panels right here. But again, some interesting stuff brought up, like with Femto and letting Guts and Skull Knight go. This world of darkness that's now about to come into place. Does that mean that this world is just now fucked? I guess. Even more. Well, it wasn't. It was bad before these chapters, but bad in a human way. There was a few monsters here and there. I guess now it's time for all of the monsters to kind of unleash themselves, I guess, and go crazy. Yeah, a lot of really awesome scenes of Skull Knight today. I don't know why I'm talking like the chapters are over. I've still got another chapter left. So let's get right into Awakening to a Nightmare. Interesting to see what's going to happen in this one. Again, this might be where things start to kind of become very new to me. So I might take a bit more time during some of these. Because, again, everything up until this point, well, not everything, there was actually quite a few. There was a whole volume, pretty much, that I didn't know happened with Weald, which actually added a lot to the story, funnily enough. Leave out. But, yeah, this might be the start of a lot of new things. Actually, quite the very nice shot of Casca here, isn't it? You never really see her smile like this in the series. I don't think we have anyway. I've seen her smile and be happy. I don't think we've actually seen her smile like this. But I did mention this in the movie reaction. Maybe this may be the best thing for her, you know. Forgetting about all the disgusting stuff that Femto done to her. But also, I mean, as sad as it is, forgetting about the Band of the Hawk and Guts and Griffith and being saved and everything. Like, there's good parts in every kind of bad story. Well, I don't mean bad stories in bad story. I mean like every bad event that happens to you and such. You can kind of spin a positive light on it. And there was a lot of positive and nice stuff that happened, but there was also a lot of horrible, ruthless, disgusting, painful stuff that happened to her as well. So And I did think about during the movie, maybe this is the best thing that could happen to Casca, a new start, a fresh start. But I do, yeah, I didn't actually really think about this too much, but she's also got a brand. She's branded. Does that mean she's destined to undergo like kind of misfortune as well for the rest of her life? I hope not. Do you reckon, I'm not sure this is possible. Do you reckon you could just cut that bit of skin off? I feel like you probably can't. But it'd be awfully handy if you could just cut that bit of skin off with the brand on. Just chuck it away somewhere. Put it on someone else or something. Put it on a rat, so the monsters just follow this rat through the world. Yeah, I think that's a bit too easy. I'd very much feel for her if she is the subject to all this torment by monsters, even with no memory and such. Yeah, that is something I didn't really think about. She's still branded. What's going on here? Hey! Wait, where's everybody going? Stop. Stop right now! Don't go that way. That way's bad news. Jadao! Hawkers, Pippin! No, don't go! Turn back! Got obviously a dream sequence here. Don't go! Little guts right here. Tiny, tiny little guts. Might be the smallest drawing of guts we've got yet. An ant. Oh wow. Quite the cave. Bloody hell. That guts right there. With makeshift planks. Stairway as well, interesting. Big old light, sunlight bursting through. Really nice draw of this. Really nice setting. Who does that remind you of? Looks like it's a waterfall type thing going on here. Water flowing from the rocks, a few crystals here. I like the design of this place. Of course, we're gonna have no arm and no eye when we awaken. That little Rickert. Tock tock tock. Oh no, it's not. It's a faceless maid. Where are we? Who's there? Guts! Oh, is that Rickert? Where's he wearing a dress? Surely not. Guts! That means she knows his name. There must be someone that knows him. Is this the family with the old ironsmith guy? Maybe everyone got kind of dropped off at different locations. Guts, you're awake? Oh, she fell over for. She's surprised about him being awake? Or did she just slip? Everything's come apart. The whole fucking thing she was holding, shoes come off. Who is this? Oh no, it's not Rickert. I don't know why Rickert would have been wearing a dress. I think I actually got quite confused about this in the movie as well. Maybe we had seen this in the movie. Ow! Erica? Oh, Erica, you slipped because you ran too fast. Hey. So yeah, I think this is the girl of the ironsmith guy, isn't it? The blacksmith. The little Rickert's got some wood. Rickert? Why? Guards! Ah, no fair. I was here first. You're awake now. I thought maybe it was too late. You haven't moved at all in 4 days. That's a cute shot. It's a cute shot of those two. Where am I? Why are you two together? These are the hills near my home, and this is Daddy's orc cave. His orc cave. What does that mean? His little dungeon? His little Daddy's dungeon? Yeah. Oh. It's orc cave. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. You sure are. Sorry, bloody hell. You all surprised us good. Rickert here shows. She can't really speak very well, can she? She's young. That's her. Rickert here shows up all of a sudden and says he has injured people. Then we looked at it, and we looked, and it was you, Guts. Rickert. I was surprised too. I never thought you guys already knew Guts. This weird night, he brought us all here. Night? So many strange things are happening, I don't know what's what. Hey, what the heck happened inside that whirlwind? Griffith's rescue. These injuries. What happened to the others? It's like Guts is going to have to break the real news to him. Others. I think he remembers Casca right here. Probably what he's getting all up about. Guts. His little stump arm. Ah! No. Must hurt. No, you shouldn't move yet. Casca. Where's Casca? Casca's where? If you want to see Casca, she's over there. See? She's taking a shower. Or just feeling the water. Look at the desperation on Guts' face, man. Very much taken aback to that moments before he got saved. Just enjoying the water. Casca? Cass? Yeah! It's quite funny, isn't it? Actually, quite funny. That takes you back to the first time, or some of the first times these guys met. But I didn't notice in the movie that Guts didn't like being touched before, did he? I think Casca touched him and he got a bit peeved off about it. Now, unfortunately, Casca's the one who is not liking the touch of Guts. It's quite funny because they kind of warmed up so much to each other over a period of time where he didn't like being touched, and then he got the ultimate touch, which sounds so strange. He got the ultimate touch with Casca. They had sex, and now we're back to kind of square one. Casca not liking the touch of Guts. Brings us back, doesn't it? It's like a restart. Kind of the whole thing is a bit like a restart, isn't it? A restart of darkness. Sad to see though, isn't it? She's struggling here. She very much looks like someone who doesn't know who she's looking at, doesn't she? Casca? What's with you? That's enough. It's over now. Casca. Yeah, yeah. I think that means I think that actually is IE meaning no, saying no. Yeah. Still screaming. Looking very panicked. She doesn't understand. She doesn't even know you, Guts. This is no time for joking around. Cass! Starts crying. Fair play. It must be so weird to wake up and know nothing. Must be so weird. I mean, you can kind of view it, but as a viewer, I don't think you'll ever actually understand what waking up in that scenario feels like. I feel like the movie Memento, very good movie. I've watched it like 5-6 times. I remember I showed my friends it at one time. Probably not the movie to show your friends. I showed my friends it at one time. They liked it, but again, it's a movie you got to kind of look into and kind of watch a few times to fully grasp how good it is. But yeah, I really like that movie. Kind of brings me back to thinking about waking up, like what the main character in that character wakes up like. Bites his hand. Still, there's that kind of fighting spirit I was talking about. That Casca, that essence of Casca, kind of coming out and wanting to fight back and being a strong warrior, even as a girl in this time period. Jump. I mean, to be fair, she's only got one arm left. Best not go too ham on that. Casca might be out of arms. Then we're fucked. Oh dear, dear. Yes, he's a scary, scary man. She looks positively frightened here, doesn't she? Keeping her beady eyes on him. Shame on you, Guts. You shouldn't bully Casca. And you're going to catch a cold if you keep going in the water with your clothes on. She's been that way ever since she woke up 2 days ago. Her bodily injuries have healed already. But she doesn't understand. She doesn't remember, not you, not me. The only one she trusts is Erica. Understandable. Understandable. I was kind of thinking we might get the kind of ghost fight today, spirit fight, but looks like we might get that in the kind of final chapters. Pass. Nugu. Nugu. Got to say that one. Guts reaches out his arm, but grasps at nothing. Guts, where do you mean to go? In that shape? Guts! Stop! You can't push yourself. It could do you in. Besides, you're not supposed to go outside, no matter what. He said so. Awakening to a nightmare. End. Very good title for this chapter, wasn't it? Awakening to a Nightmare. I mean, it's not even that nightmarish. Casca's alive, Rickert's alive, you're being looked after, you're alive. But the nightmare is waking up after dreaming of trying to stop everyone, knowing all your comrades have died. Pretty much everyone you cared about is gone. The woman you loved, there's no recollection of you. Like I said, maybe Femto did do this to curse Guts even more. This fate, a lot of people probably would think this fate. A lot of people do think. I think this fate is probably worse than death, worse than being put out of his misery in that scenario. He's now got to deal with the consequences, and the consequences pretty much go against everything good that's ever happened to him. Guts. Funny I say that, I'm going to be watching Vinland Saga in a couple of hours. But yeah, it's pretty, like I said, everything good that's ever happened to him pretty much has just now been stripped away. And now he's even missing an eye and an arm as well. Ruthless. Ruthless. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, it's quite the tough chapter here, wasn't it? Again, dealing with all this, seeing Casca's state, waking up in an unknown place, recollecting as to what happened, dreaming about our fallen comrades who we'll never see again. This is probably some of the last times we'll ever see some of these characters, unfortunately. But yeah, as I did mention earlier, I think this is where things start getting very new for me, I believe, at the end of this volume. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Do let me know what you guys think about these couple chapters down in the comment section. Some nice artwork. Again, we've had much more kind of brilliancy in the artwork beforehand, but even so, still some really awesome artwork, especially in the chapter just before this one. Of course, this one was very much kind of story focused and pain focused, really, for Guts, to be honest, wasn't it? Again, just seeing his awakening into this new world, and it very much is a new world now, isn't it, with everything again, even the bad stuff being taken away. It's kind of like a reset, like I said earlier. We've awakened to this world. This world is now going to be even more full of darkness. We have even less people to count on, to worry about, to look after, to care about, but no one, pretty much. And yeah, we're just fighting this battle by ourselves. I think that's a tear of blood right there, coming out of Guts' eye, which is quite fitting as well, isn't it? For the sadness of the situation, but also for what's lost. A little tear of blood. A lot of poetic shots today, wasn't there? But yeah, again, let me know what you guys thought about these chapters down in the comment section. Awesome couple chapters. Leave a like on the video if you guys like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with my reactions. This will be coming out on Friday, I believe, for you guys that watch on the day, so today. So I'll be back on Tuesday with the final 2 chapters of this volume, so absolutely can't wait to read those, and have a good rest of your day, guys.